the other episode of Face the Bully, where I really just like to talk about dogs, preferably your dog and every single dog I acquire. And right now, the world is like waking up to realizing that now the Merle is inside of the American Bully Kennel Club, ABKC. Man, I mean, me, I'm just want you to know I'm not really that upset, because everything is in the bully. Everything is inside of the bully. So for me to sit back and say, wow, these people then put the Merle inside the ABKC. Nah, I'm not amazed. I mean, I'm not amused. I'm not amused at it at all. Not at all. But how do the people feel? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just needed to just talk about how you feel, man, because you probably been breeding the dogs for many and plenty of years. It's late right now, you know what I'm saying? It's 11 o'clock where I'm at. Probably about 11:30. I didn't really check, but everybody is laid down. So it's really smoke hour and just sit back and chill. I got a cup of coffee and I'm just sitting back and chilling. And right now, I would really like to talk about the Merle being placed inside of the American Bully Kennel Club. At first, it was just like, okay, well, we're going to put it in the fun show to see how people take to it. You know what? Over the years, people have took to every single thing that has popped up in the American Bully. They took to everything, man. Nobody really stayed is right there with Edge. As pretty as Edge was, and still is. As pretty as Edge was at that time, you couldn't have put a dog in front of it. Don't understand how, every single person, just wanted to change up the dog and put everything new in the game, everything new in the dog, and then, it became a thing of what's in it. Let's guess. Let's guess what's in the dog. Let's put this in it and maybe no one to even notice. It's going to be some people that's going to notice that, man. Yeah. It's going to be some people that's going to notice that the dog done changed. Man, come on, man. I mean, if somebody walk around and tell you, hey, man, your dog has an Australian Shepherd look. Because, the bully used to be a terrier dog. It used to be terrier. And man, let me tell you something. Now that motherfucker is not terrier no more. With a lot of the dogs that's being put inside the American Bully right now. A lot of those dogs are shepherds. See, when you take a dog and you turn that dog colors, and you didn't tell nobody what turned the colors. It's kind of almost just a little bit disrespectful, man. You know, it's kind of almost disrespectful. If somebody walked up to you right now and said, "Hey, man, your dog look like an Australian Shepherd," would it make you mad? Would that offend you? If somebody walk up and said that to you, because at the end of the day, it would be true. You know what I'm saying? It would be true. Your dog do look like an Australian Shepherd. And there's nothing really we can say about it. What if a person walked up and told you, hey, your dog look like a mini Aussie? A mini Australian Shepherd. You sitting here looking like, what? Oh, come on, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But something turned in Merle. Something turned your dog Merle. You know what I'm saying? Your dog should look like what's behind it at all times. Right? Bully World. American Bully World. Your dog should look like what's behind that dog at all times, right? If somebody tell you your dog look like a Aussie, is they being mean? If somebody tell you if your dog look like a miniature Aussie, is they being mean? No, they at this point in time would be being truthful. They would be being truthful. If somebody told you that your dog looked like an Australian Shepherd, they would be being truthful. Because an Australian Shepherd carries the Merle coat. It carries the Merle coat. And if somebody just looked at you and said, your American Bully is short, man. You know, and the mini Australian Shepherd is a short dog. Would it offend you? Why would it offend you? I want to know, why would that offend you? If you don't feel like you offending the bully world by painting the dog Merle, you're not offending me. You know, you're not offending me no more. As I already get it. The dog is gonna continue to change. I already get it. Trust me, I get it. But why would you be offended if somebody told you that your dog looked like a mini Australian Shepherd? A mini Aussie? You'll be like, wow, my dog looked like a mini Aussie, my bully, my American bully. My American bully. But then again, you got to look at what kind of American bully you got, right? Because there's numerous strains. Plus, there's people creating new strains every day. There's people creating new strains every day. But the thing about it is, it's already been said once to y'all. Y'all dogs, even mine, should look like what's behind it. Meaning the two dogs that bred your dog. And those two dogs that bred your dog should be on the paperwork. If not, you go single register the dogs as always. Because we don't want everyone to know what's inside of the American Bully. Is there a mini Aussie in the American Bully? Only you would know. If you bred that thing, only you would know. Only you would know. These dogs are more shepherd than anything. Have you ever noticed that? Or am I tripping? Is the American Bully more of a shepherd dog now than a bully? Like Australian Shepherds, the Merle dog, that could have possibly, it's just a possibility, that it could have possibly painted the American Bully Merle. That is a shepherd dog. That is not a terrier. So therefore, that's part of the terrier that has been removed and replaced for shepherd. So how can you call that a bully? You can't call that a bully. You can't call that shit an American Bully. If you took, now because the American Bully does accept Merle. So, I mean, this is brand new. This is brand new. Everybody got to become, they got to become accustomed to this crazy shit, because the dog will change again. Trust me, he will change again. But if somebody told you that dog looked like a mini Australian Shepherd, a mini Australian Shepherd, would that shit offend you? Why would it offend you? You didn't get offended when you painted the dog Merle, right? But I don't. It's not offending me that you painted the dog Merle. It's just like tripping me out that, well, I hear the registry say it's what the people like. The people like anything. They like anything. You know what I'm saying? A miniature American Shepherd is a registered American Kennel Club dog. A miniature American Shepherd. And it's Merle. Is a registered American Kennel Club dog. But it will not be found on registered Merle ABKC dogs. It won't be found on there. But a miniature American Shepherd is a Merle dog. It's a Merle dog. And it's a AKC Merle dog. So that could be a possibility, because we only just looking at the possibilities that the ABKC didn't put on the paperwork from the Merle dogs. So now you got to figure this shit out. What the fuck is that Merle dog? What is it? Is it a collie? Could be a collie. You know, you can't exclude the collie no more, because if the dog is in the registry, then why isn't the collie on the paperwork? Or the miniature collie? They're American Kennel Club dogs. They're Merle. They are some Merle motherfucking dogs. They are Merle. They are Merle. And you know, I just don't feel it fair, me myself personally. Now that's the part I don't feel fair. Is if you got a lot of these dogs being registered as Merles, but they don't got Merle on the paperwork. No Merle dog, like a collie. You don't got a collie on there, or a miniature collie on there. Cause ain't no pit bull. Ain't no way a pit bull could have turned your dog Merle. That's just not, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I don't understand that part, because now you could have sheepdog, a real sheepdog, in the American Bully. You didn't think, to see the AKC, American Kennel Club, they have a Shetland sheepdog. I looked at that motherfucker on this motherfucker right here on the internet. It's a Shetland sheepdog. They don't got a Shetland sheepdog on no paperwork in the ABKC. He's a Merle dog, and he's registered with the AKC. Man, there's 22 registered dogs registered with the AKC out of all 22 dogs. You mean to tell me not one of them 22 dogs is on a paperwork of a bully? A bully. An American bully. I don't give a fuck if he pocket or XL. That shit don't matter to me. Motherfucker, this a pit bull. This a whole terrier dog. You didn't turn this bitch into a shepherd. It's a shepherd. Gotta be. Now we're gonna figure out why the fuck would you put sheepdog? Sheepdog. That's some sick shit. You put a sheepdog in the American Bully? The Shetland sheepdog. He's Merle? Well, maybe they didn't put that in the Bully. Maybe they didn't. That's just a possibility. Because he's Merle. And the Merle is ABKC. Nobody put that dachshund in there. Nobody. He's an American Kennel Club dog registered to the AKC. Not really Merle. He's Harlequin. But, people in the bully world will call anything Merle. They don't know the difference between Merle and Harlequin either. This shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? Because dachshunds, they come in blue. And Merle. That's some shit right there. Yeah, the dachshund. That motherfucker himself comes in blue and merle. I seen one in the park registered straight to the AKC. And that motherfucker looked just like a ABKC bully. Yeah, he do. He do. He do. Oh, man. See, because I'm just trying to get it straight. Now, I like dogs, period. Even though, I don't tend to breed a dog. I'm not really being funny or trying to, clown or something, but I don't really tend to mix dogs and breed a mutt, you know. If you want a dog, just get a real dog. You don't gotta really breed a mutt. But, it's a lot of people that didn't bred up these dogs and now they are real dogs. They're not. Not to me. Not to me. I I really like to talk about that motherfucker, to be truthful. He's not. Nope, he's a blue dachshund. He could have came from the dachshund. The dachshund's a merle, or what you call a merle. But he has that coat pattern. Yep. So now we got the Australian Shepherd, the mini Australian Shepherd. We got the miniature American Shepherd. All we got is shepherds. Every time you breed that shepherd, you remove the terrier. So don't think you just finna come walking up in here because the registry allows you to have a merle, and you think I ain't gonna look at that. Well, people like me too will look at that motherfucker and be like, he hella crossed up. Oh my gosh, this is looking terrible. That well, I don't need to be talking crazy because I ain't really mad. Like I said, I kind of like figured this from the gate. So now we got the collie and the sheepling sheepdog. You can have a sheepdog, a sheepdog in your bully. You done took a sheepdog and bred the sheepdog back to a bulldog, and then bred that shit back to a bully and called it a bully. Cause you got, holy shit. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Just make, I just want to see which person. I'll say, you know what? Fuck it. We registered with the registry already. We're going to put the fucking dogs on there. Okay? You don't want to put that bitch on there. You don't want to put the dachshund on there. You don't want to put the Welsh Corgi on there. The Welsh Corgi. The damn Corgi. See, the Corgi is an AKC dog. The Corgi is an American Kennel Club dog. The Welsh Corgi. He's an American Kennel Club dog. And he's merle. He's merle. And he's short. The Corgi. See, you the one allowed it. You guys said it was okay to have a merle. So if it's okay to have a merle, then it's okay to have a merle conversation. That's all. The Corgi. The Corgi. The Corgi. He's merle. American Kennel Club registered merle. You can breed that to your dog probably and make a merle. And I'm just saying probably because I don't know. Ain't nobody got no merles on the paperwork at the ABKC. You got to have a merle dog that started the merle, not the merle bully. Ain't no merle bully gave your dog merle. I want to see the dog like the Corgi that gave your dog merle. Which one did it? Tell the truth. Which dog did it, man? You gotta tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. I just want to know. Bad than a motherfucker, I really want to know. I really want to know. They'll never say that Corgi turned their dogs, and then you got another shepherd. Just shepherds turning your dogs merle. But I'm not mad. No fucking way am I mad. Let's look at this dog right here. The Pyramid Shepherd. The Pyramid Shepherd. Who the hell has a Pyramid Shepherd on their paperwork? The Pyramid Shepherd, American Kennel Club registered dog. Who got that shit on their paperwork? You got a bully or a Merle bully? Do you got a Pyramid Shepherd, AKC registered on your paperwork? I'm just asking because I don't want to buy a mutt. You know, if I bought a dog and he was he was Merle, I wouldn't want to buy a mutt. I could create my own mutt. You know, if you ain't got a Pyramid Shepherd on there, then what you got on there? A Great Dane? He's Merle too. And he's registered with the American Kennel Club. A Great Dane? Who in their right mind would put a Pyramid Shepherd on their papers? A shepherd. You just better understand right now. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not in no rush right now with this live, so that's just what it is. But I'm going to keep it real right now. You put a lot of shepherds in the American Bully. The dogs that I have named so far are shepherds, except that dachshund. Little ratter dog. Little ratter dog, man. You put all the dogs that I named so far are shepherd dogs. There's shepherd inside the American Bully. Now, that's why it's so calm, and it's just a calm, different dog. I don't like the fact that I really, truly, though, that's the only fact that I think I don't like about what's going on, is I don't like the fact that they removing the terrier from the dog. It ain't a bully no more if you keep removing the terrier from the dog. This right here, I might as well just say I'm only talking about one specific dog. One. Just the Merle dog, you know, and I'm not bashing it at all. See, the thing is, if I talk about this dog, it make it seem like I'm bashing this dog. I'm not bashing, I'm asking. Let's chat about asking. That's the onlyest thing I'm doing. I'm not bashing nobody's dog. I wouldn't dare bash the Merle. I wouldn't bash it. Although a lot of people want to. It's just like I wouldn't bash that motherfucker though. You know, I'm not bashing it. But I'm asking the question. Hey man, what the fuck is it? See, now that is there. That is there. Come on, man. Tell us what it is. This right here is American Bully Conversation. See, I'm grabbing people that are interested in Razor's Edge breed to my channel because I'm interested in Razor's Edge breed. I'm interested in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Based on the fact that I'm interested in Razor's Edge, like a motherfucker. I'm interested in all. I like Edge. Period. I like Pit Bull. I like Staffordshire. I like that dog. So when I get on dogs and I start talking about how much they change from an Edge dog, you cannot say it's not facts. I'm not trying to buy a view. Not one view. Not one view. I'm going to get the people who really like this dog to gravitate to me. And we chat about this dog. We chat about this dog because it seemed like, to be truthful, the real Razor's Edge, that motherfucker being removed from the whole program when it comes to the dog show scenery. You know, to even put a Merle up in there is crazy. It's what people wanted. I can't sit here and lie. It is what people wanted. We give, you know, Dave Nim, the American Bully people, not me. The people give you what you want. This is what you wanted. See, sometimes it's good sometimes it's actually good to talk about genetics in the American Bully. That's something I'm gonna have to, like, me myself personally, continue to talk about, because I like that part of Razor's Edge. I like that part of Razor's Edge, that I can talk genetically about the genetics, about what made this dog, how it was put together. One thing I can guarantee you is it wasn't put together by using a collie. It would. You think Razor's Edge was put together by using a collie or a miniature collie? No. You think they bred pit bulls to a collie? Collies, they're not dogs made for battle, made for war. Like a herding dog, like a scent dog. You think that shit's gonna, you think people would take a collie and breed it to a pit program? Why would you do that? Why would you take a collie and breed it to a pit program? That's crazy, crazy. You feel me? That's just like not right. Nobody would do something that's not right. So, therefore, based on the fact YouTube then gave us a lot of time to talk about dogs, I'm going to talk about the dog. And why would you paint that dog to look like a Shetland sheephound, sheepdog? People own these kind of dogs, you know, people that got ranches, people that got farms. People took those dogs and bred them to a pit bull, or bred them to a staff, or bred it to a bully, you know, not trying to make a new breed, but really trying to keep that color, and then throw that color to a dog. Like the dog, like the American Bully or the pit bull. They was throwing it to it, man. They was throwing it to it just to see how it looked. And you had some people, you know, in the city folks, you know, we always think about a new dollar, trying to get some new money, man. You know, and some crossbred dogs do be looking nice. They really do. You'll get a crossbred dog that'll look nice, man. You know, but sometimes you could take things a little bit too far. And sometimes you could take things and mess it up. Right now, I ain't even started getting on health, because I'm going to do that too, because I really want to talk about the health of the new dogs, the Merle, because when you bring in the color of the Merle, you also bring in the genetic diseases that come with that Merle. You bring in that too. You bring in everything that comes with a dachshund. If a dachshund gets sick from leaves and catches allergies, you bring that in. When you guys was like, where do the blue come from? The dachshund could have gave it the blue. You gotta like really research these dogs, and then when you're researching the dogs, sometimes you gotta take time out your life to go to actual dog parks and go check out dogs. Because there gonna be people up in there with full-blooded dogs, AKC registered dogs. And you ain't gonna be able to fool them people when you walk through there with an American Bully. You won't be able to fool them. They'll look at your dog and tell you exactly what he made of. You feel me? So sometimes when bully people, when we get ready to talk about dogs and we say let's talk genetics about a dog, don't get scared. Don't get scared, because that topic is gonna pop up. What the fuck is the dog? And it's not a disrespectful topic either. It's the real shit. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back on these dogs. One more again. Like I said, did the Merle come from the American Kennel Club dog? American Kennel Club registered Great Dane. American Kennel Club registered Great Dane. Because that's a Merle dog. See, I'm talking about Merles right now. I'm not, you know, clowning or nothing. I hope I don't get get you all in your feelings, because it's not that type of party really with me right now. Really, it's just like dog talk one-on-one. Really, it's just dog talk one-on-one. That's just all it is to it. But see, one thing about it is you know, we gotta be real. We can't be fake. We're gonna have to be real. This a different level dog channel. It's like a pit bull dog channel. Except I'm not talking about pit bulls, talking about the ancestry of the pit bull, though. The American bully. It's an off strain of the pit bull. It branched off from the pit bull. Well, yeah, we talking about that. We talking about that. We have found a blue-coated pit bull, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about, you know, the blue-coated pit bull that, you know, did pop up. We're not talking about that. Right now, it's just Merles, man. It's Merles. I want to talk about the Merles. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I'm not here to say that you got miniature pincher in your bloodline. I'm not saying you got min pin in your bloodline. What I'm saying is the min pin is Merle. The miniature pincher is just, it's not just a red dog. Nah, man, the min pin ain't just red. The min pin ain't, it's not just a tricolor dog. Not the min pin. He not just a tricolored dog. Not the min pin. The min pin is Harlequin. He's a Harlequin dog too. Straight up. And I'm not here to say, oh, these people stole that off the min pin. No, I ain't here to say that. I'm just talking Merles, since the registry, the ABKC registry, has allowed the Merles to be a registered dog now. We should all talk about it. I would like to talk about it with some nice, prominent people. It doesn't really, I don't want to feel like offended. I'm not offended that the Merle is here. What I'm asking is, where did it come from? Where? It's a lot of Merle dogs, but where did the Merle come from? Where'd the Merle come from? Somebody tell me where that Merle come from. Where did the Merle come from? Is it offensive to ask where the Merle came from? What that say right, what I wrote down right there? A Pyrenean Shepherd. Come on, man. You did not put a shepherd in the bully, man. You did not just go and breed a Pyrenean Shepherd to a bully? American bully? Damn, that's coming a long way from Sergeant Stubby right there, man. That's coming a long way from Stubby, man. Damn. That's incredible right there, damn near. You know, that's coming a long way, man, from the samurai, man. That's coming a long way from Jinx. That's coming a long way from Mr. Brooks, man. And if you ever got a chance to look it up all night, Viagra's picture, Merle is coming a long way from Up All Night Viagra. Historical dogs that come from the American bully breed, the starting foundation. So that's coming a long way. Let's get back to really, the men pen. Damn, nah, ain't nobody gonna sit there and say the men pen is in they dog. You want to know how I know? Because we already seen these big old dogs that was popping up XL, but nobody are willing to mention like the bigger dogs that are in the pit bull generation. You know, Hempfield has some big pit bulls. They're in the Razor's Edge. You know, there was another that big old red dog that was in Razor's Edge. He wasn't really mentioned like that, but you know, he was in Razor's Edge too. Big old pit bull. Not the band dog, but I'm pretty sure you know which one I'm talking about. How can it come to my head? It'll come to my head, but the big pit bulls that was just literally out there like that. What happened to them being on the paperwork? Because that's where your size, that all of our size actually came from the beginning. When it comes to pit bull, man. When it comes to the pit bull, this was before the mentioning of the Catahoula leopard dog. This was before the mentioning of that. See, because when everybody started seeing like the size on these dogs, everybody already knew that had came from two dogs, really three. Cause the Italian Mastiff, see, the Mastiff played a role inside American Bully too. No, man. See, the real shit that is in the dog, some of that shit been left out, like the Mastiff. Ain't nobody got no Mastiff on the paperwork, but there's some big old motherfuckers out there, Mastiffs, man. Hear me? And what I'm talking about, dog, I'm not playing like this is a real problem. No, it's not really a real problem. It's just when you mixing dogs, I would like to be knowing what you mixing the dogs to. That's the only thing I'm saying, right? So when the Catahoula leopard dog tried to sneak in there was a lot of people that caught that shit from the gate. I didn't. Truth be told, I didn't. I seen the color, but didn't know what dog it came from. The Bully World said it. The Bully Worlds jumped up. Oh, hell no, that's a Catahoula. See, it was a lot of people in the Bully World that had different dogs besides a bully. And a few of the people in the Bully World had Catahoulas in their backyards. So they seen when your dog got bigger. They seen when your dog's tail got longer and turned into a curl. I seen that myself. When it got longer and turned into a curl. That was funny. Like that was gonna be unnoticeable. No, man, that shit didn't go unnoticed. Not at all, but it started getting mentioned. That the Catahoula was up in that motherfucker. No, that ain't the Catahoula. That ain't the Catahoula leopard dog. That's what people was saying. It ain't no way that the American Bully World would have disrespected Razor's Edge like that. It is no way possible. Just ain't no way possible that they would have disrespected Razor's Edge like that. Yeah, they did. Somebody did. See, I told you, with the books that I'm looking at every single day, All them old books that I'm looking at every single day at American Bully breed when it first came out to oh shit. You be like, damn. Ain't no dog ever changed like this ever. This motherfucker didn't really went. This dog didn't change. Now I want to talk about why it keep changing. I don't give a damn if they don't like me. I don't give a damn if they don't like what I talk about. It ain't about having 1,000,000 dogs with me, because now you don't know what million to have. You just got to stick to one. So Pit Bull is the one. Staffordshire is the one. Shit, I'd even say Bull Terrier was one. And Razor's Edge is the one. It's the bully. The never change colors. It's the bully. It's the bully that a lot of people got right now. Even though they don't have pure edge, they still got edge in there. They can make some pure edge. If you got edge in your dog, you could take another edge dog, combine it, keep combining that till you bring back out your, you can do it. You can do it. So the edge will stay around, because you want to know why? That look, once you take that edge look away from your dog, I don't give a damn how many different dogs you breed it to now. You ain't gonna have the bully look. Edge makes bully. Yeah, them eyes, that's a Staffordshire Terrier. That's a Pit Bull Terrier. That's why it makes the American Bully. This is the reason why I have to ask the Merle questions that I'm asking right now. This is the reason. And I'm not even being disrespectful. None. And I'm not even saying I don't like the dogs. None. What I'm doing is asking the question. Did you put the Catahoula Leopard dog in your American Bully? I'm asking the question. No other person want to ask the question. Let me ask the question. Because I know what a pit bull look like. A red one? A black one? A white one? What are you talking about? They got yellow pit bulls? But a Merle pit bull. God dang, man. Did you put the Alapaha AKC register, American Kennel Club register? Did you put the Alapaha blue-blooded bulldog in your American Kennel, in your ABKC dog, American Bully Kennel Club dog? Did you put it in there? How did that dog turn Merle? I'm only asking. Don't even get mad. Nobody gets mad, please. I'm just asking. Because as far as colors, yeah, I mean, they look pretty. They look nice. There are some beautiful Merle dogs, and they fat and they round, and they got little legs, and some of them just barely got a neck, and they got their ears cut, and a lot of them is coming out with the wrinkles. That's not American Bully. You know that, right? Y'all know for years and years and years. That's what I'm saying about this. Some of this stuff is wrong, man. Because this what I'm saying is wrong. If you focused on dogs with tighter skin, if you focused on this, just really though, you focused on dogs with tighter skin, right? Man, why would you go back to putting them wrinkles on the dog? Why would the game go back to putting wrinkles on the dog. If the idea was to make the skin tighter, because it had to be to make the skin tighter, because the dogs that were used to even make the American Bully had tight skin. None of them had no loose skin. And the dog that I was using, that I was talking about, that some of the bully game was using to increase size, just one of the dogs was the Camelot dog inside of the American Bully. He himself wasn't Merle. He was a red dog. See, that's what I'm saying? It's too many. See, the color. Yep, I'm going to be talking. That's the only color I'm talking about. That's it. I don't even want to talk about no other dog. Just the Merle. That's it. See, because now I just want to know where that shit come from. F is ABKC registered. They got a AKC registered dog. Merle dog. Merle. Merle dog. His name is Coolie. K-O-O-L-I-E. Coolie. Do your dog got some Coolie in it? I'm not saying he do. I'm only asking. Do the dog got Coolie in it? Coolie. K-O-O-L-I-E. Coolie. It's another shepherd dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. In order for these dogs to have Merle, they got to come from shepherd dogs. That's not a bully or a bulldog. That's not a bully. Look, there's no such thing, and I don't give a fuck what you say. It ain't no such thing. No. It ain't no such as. Oh, I had a problem right there, but don't worry about it. It ain't no such thing as a Merle Bulldog. Where you get that Merle Bulldog from? Where you get that shit from? See, this is why you're having problems with me right now. Understanding what the fuck you did to the American Bully. This is the reason that I'm just like having a problem understanding what's going on with the American Bully, because it turned Merle. And I need to know what turned it Merle, guys. That's the only thing I'm asking is questions tonight. And my question is, do your dog got Coolie in it? Coolie from the AKC. Or are you just throwing Merle from any damn where in that dog? And then you put it in the American Bully. And they say, well, we only give you dogs that y'all like. So y'all like this dog. Y'all like this dog. So don't mean to offend nobody, because I know y'all like this dog. But the ones that like this dog, did you put Coolie in your dog? K-O-O-L-I-E. Coolie. In your dog, in your American Bully. Does he have Coolie in him? Did that turn him Merle? I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking an American Bully Kennel Club question too. Did Coolie turn the dogs Merle? Coolie? I don't even know what the fuck a Coolie is. I ain't never had no Coolie. Not me. I ain't never had no Coolie. No, no, I ain't never had no Coolie, man. No, I ain't never had no Coolie. Your boy ain't never had no coolie, man. But you know, if you had a coolie, then let me know if your dog got coolie in it. Cause it's Merle. And that's a registered kennel club color. Merle. So we need to know where the Merle come from. Because I might want to breed my dog Merle. So I need some help from the bullies. Bully people. I need some help. No, when you ask to see, that's the thing about the bully people. They don't take you serious. Cause if they took you serious, then they'd get on that shit and say, you know what, this motherfucker asking me a question, what turned my dog Merle? I'ma answer it. I'ma answer it. I'm gonna answer him and tell him what the fuck turned my dog Merle, man. See, that's the thing about American bullies. They don't seem like they taking me serious. You just don't seem like, you know, I can name off the 22 dogs and 23 dogs that could have turned this dog that color, man. The only thing I'm asking is what the fuck turned the dog the color, man. That's the only thing I'm asking. Nobody's gonna stop asking that question. This just didn't pop up. Okay, well, let's just say it did pop up. How did it pop up? Because, well, the Greyhound was the only Merle dog because it was in the Holy Bible. The Greyhound was in the Holy Bible. The Greyhound. The Greyhound dog was in the Holy Bible. So maybe, because the Greyhound was in the Holy Bible and it carried the Merle trait. So maybe, just possibility. I mean, it overskipped the whole pit bull generation. But it's coming out in the bullies that every single dog carries the Merle trait because the Greyhound was the dog that was in the Holy Bible, right? And the Greyhound carries the Merle trait. I mean, we could all be stupid if you want to. You know what I'm saying? How did you get the Merle? It's okay if it's in the ABKC. It's okay. We ain't nobody tripping. All right, we tripping, but we not tripping. But do you got a coolie in your dog? A coolie. Can you really, as a Merle breeder, say you got coolie in your blood? I named off a lot of dogs that probably American bully Merle breeders wouldn't say was in their dog. Why? What the fuck turned him Merle? Okay, well, he not coolie. He not coolie. Okay? He not coolie. No, this motherfucker ain't cool. Is it a rough? God dang, man. Oh, man. Look, first I asked y'all, was it a collie, right? No, it's not collie. Well, is it a rough collie? Because collie, there's a lot of collies. You got the rough collie. You got the smooth collie. You got the Scottish collie. You got the rough collie. You got the smooth collie. And you got the Scottish collie. You got those collies. See, when you bring that Merle from them collies over to the American bully and wonder why their eyes start turning blue, that's because they got that collie behind them. You don't want to tell nobody. And when their tails get smaller, oh, I really be tripping on them small tails. I really, that's crazy in a bully, man. Them small tails, and then you'll come up with some crazy ass lie. See how they getting shorter, but they got that dent in the middle of the back? They got that dent in the middle of the back. See, when you put that dent, that different dog in there, when you put that different dog in there in the American bully, when you put that different dog in that motherfucker, dog, I'm telling you, you bring along all that other shit that come along from that collie. Y'all don't even know what genetic health issues come along with the collie. But a lot of people will say we didn't put the collie in there. But that Merle had to come from somewhere. It did. It did. I don't care if you put the smooth coat in there, the rough coat, or the Scottish. They all Merle. They're all American Kennel Club registered Merles. And the ABKC has Merle dogs. So on the paperwork, would you think it would be a Scottish collie on there? I'm just asking, just only asking. Wouldn't you think it would be a rough coat collie on there or a smooth coat? I'm not knocking nothing. I'm just asking because I'm pit bull and I'm Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge don't turn that color. You know what they say? Breed your shit. Breed what you like. Right. That's a true statement. But if I would have knew from the gate, right, that American Bully would have been like it is right now, that you could breed your own shit. Because from the gate, a lot of bully breeders, American bully breeders, thought that, it was all the look of one dog, the pit bull look of one dog. That's what people thought, man. So, people start breeding the pit bull look of one dog. They did. They started breeding the pit bull look of one dog. And it was Razor's Edge. Then Gotti came out. Then Gotti came out, bruh. Then it was Razor's Edge to Gotti. They had, took Razor's Edge to Gray Line. See what it all made, what it looked like. But the look was Razor's Edge. It was a pit bull look. You know how Razor's Edge was built anyway, from pit bulls and staffs. That's basically it. The only dog in the whole bully registry that got Ruffian in there. Grand Champion Ruffian, man. You know what I mean? Grand Champion Ruffian, man. That's old school shit, compared to anything that's popping right now. Especially if you can't tell what your, background is, because the dog is supposed to look like his ancestors. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to look like his ancestors. What was said in the American bully world is breeding is taking characteristics to make a better dog. Breeding is taking characteristics to make a better dog. You can't make a better dog, better Cairo. You can't make a better Cairo if he's Merle. Nah. Mm-mm. No. You can't make a better short shot. That black on that white chest would be total disrespect to short shot, man. So at some point you just disrespecting the bully breed, like Edge, but ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody saying nothing, like just asking questions. Ain't nobody mad. I'm not mad, but I am in awe. Like, wow, how can you actually say that when? Well, what do you mean by what can you actually say? Like, okay, well, I'm only asking kindly. I'm only asking kindly. Where did the Merle coat come from? In the bully breed. That's all. I mean, as far as if you don't like it, don't breed to it. I understand. I'm not complaining and saying that I don't like it though. But I'm just saying that I understand that if you don't like it, don't breed to it. I understand. I do. I get it. If I don't like that shit, don't breed to it. I get it. But as an outsider looking in, because I'm an outsider for now, just for now, maybe just for now, because I might get one. You never know. But as an outsider looking in, can I know what you put in your dog to turn it Merle? Just asking. Just to turn it Merle. Is that wrong? Is that wrong for me to ask? Come on, man. Let's talk dogs, bruh. Let's talk fucking dogs. Please. Anybody. I don't give a fuck. Let's just talk about real shit. It gotta be something real, man. It can't. All right, well, fuck it. You know, Chihuahuas come in a variety of different colors. Damn, that's crazy. If somebody asks you, did you put a Merle Chihuahua in your dog? A Merle Chihuahua. Now that dog right there, I wouldn't think he's American Kennel Club registered. A Merle Chihuahua. A Merle Chihuahua, because they could be in the dog too. Chihuahuas come in Merle. They could be in the dog too. I've seen a blue Chihuahua. I've seen a brindle Chihuahua. I'm pretty sure the people in Chihuahua itself in Mexico, shout out to Mexico. I'm pretty sure they didn't see all type of different varieties of the Chihuahua. The fluffy one, where most of the guys create fluffies from by using a little fluffy Chihuahua, the little teacup. They'll never put it on the paperwork, but you know that's where it come from. I'm not worried. I'm gonna get a dog just like y'all, the same kind. But I'm a Razor's Edge fan, because I'm a Pit Bull fan, and I'm a Staffordshire fan. I'm a Terrier fan. All that, them Shepherds and shit you putting in there, I can see it. Can y'all see it? Can everybody else see it? That they're putting Shepherds in the dog? Can you see that the American Bully could possibly be tainted with Shepherd blood? Shepherd blood replacing Terrier blood? Pit Bull Terrier blood, man. The Belgian Malinois was created with Terrier blood, not Shepherd blood. The Terrier gave it that drive. You ever seen a pit get into a fight with a German Shepherd? And the German Shepherd stands no possible chance at all? You ever seen that? Before you claim you're an American Bully fan? And you like to switch the dog over? You ever seen what real terriers do? You ever noticed how big Short Shot was? When you looked at him in different pictures? You ever seen how massive he already was before you started looking for that specific gene of being big? I guess Monster wasn't big enough. Monster Jojola was crazy. I don't even think he would have been able to stand next to a lot of them exotic dogs. Just wouldn't have been a possibility. See, when you ask questions like Face the Bully asks, it kind of, make you wonder, well, why the fuck you even want to know? Why you even want the dog, Face the Bully? I don't. When I get an exotic dog, it's to talk about the health of the dog and hope that I don't have to take it to the vet no time soon. That's just it. That's just it. But really, I like to talk about nothing but Terrier dogs. The Terrier dog breed that created this motherfucker was Razor's Edge. And that bitch wasn't Merle. So, I don't know if you got Chihuahua in your dog. I don't know if you got Collie in your dog. I asked a question to you Merle breeders. I ask questions to you Merle breeders because I got a whole lot of more dogs that should be called out of the 22 dog breeds, ABKC breeders, Merle breeders. There's 22 of these dogs in the AKC that these people could have possibly bred to make the dog Merle. But I don't see the Merle dogs. It's called stock. You're breeding stock. You don't got the Merle dogs there. Then I'm not gonna breed that dog. That's just me. And my nephew got the dog already. We got that dog in the family too. The Merle dog? Yes, we got a blue Merle dog. I'm just one of the people that's at this point in time. I'm not interested in the Merle dog. And until it can become a dog of truth, I'm not interested in the Merle dog. Me, myself, personally, because I don't want to get myself into trouble behind it. I know what the razor's edge is. See, that's what separates razor's edge from any dog in the bully game. Any dog. You can't have a razor's edge conversation because all the dogs are present. Well, the majority of them all. That could have possibly helped make edge. A majority of them. Because you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know people business. That man could have used all types of dogs. You know what I'm saying? People don't know people business like that. You know? The documented dogs that he had put down on the paperwork, they are documented dogs. You got people that even saw these breedings, you know? You got people that even were there around these breedings. You know what I'm saying? Razor's Edge is a good dog, man, because it took a lot of puppy milling just to even get this dog. You know what I'm saying? It was puppy milling going on to get you the best dog in the world. You had to have numerous dogs. It was said that the owner of the dog had 50 dogs. 50. This creation was big, you know? So you don't really have to go around searching for dogs inside the Edge breed. The dog stayed with tight eyes and just looking bully, man, just looking pit bull. Dogs that back then, you know, were on chains. You don't got to put today's dogs on a chain. Now, them Merle dogs, a couple years ago, was having some problems. Y'all remember? The old president or whatever he was over there, you know, he was putting a ban on them dogs. He didn't want that shit over there. Y'all remember that? It's documented. It's documented shit, man. Because when they was, you know, the F1s and F2s, everything got an F1 and F2. You got to realize that too. Every fucking thing has an F1 and F2. So around, I guess, the F1 and F2 times, the dogs were crazy. So you had to breed that shit out, you know. Selective breeding. Oh my gosh. You know, you had to breed that shit out. Now the dogs are Merle and they're nice. Yeah, but you know, remember the ones that bit people? Not to clown, I'm not knocking nothing. I'm just saying, do you remember that shit? That kind of like, you know, made me as a person say, wait a minute, until I find out what the fuck that shit is, I can't just take that shit home. Can't walk through my fucking door with it. Now the miniature ones, the Merle Frenchies, that ain't no French bulldog, but it's a Merle Frenchie, but it's not a French bulldog. It's a mutt too, really. I mean, I'm not clowning because I'll get the dog eventually. Damn. I can't even talk about dogs and say I'm gonna get a dog no more because it's like you talk about every dog, but then you turn around and say you're gonna get it. Well, I just can't stop looking at dogs, bro, and looking at the just that cannot be a Frenchie, bro. That cannot be a pit bull. If it just fucks with me like that, it plagues me. It do. So I have to talk about it. And then sometime it's like, fuck, this nigga's crazy. He always talking about no, bro. Let me tell you something. You must don't know dogs. You just gotta just not know dogs. You don't know breeds. You don't know breeds. And I had a fucked up epiphany like, why would you crossbreed these breeds? What's bad with the German Shepherd? What's bad with the Presser? If these dogs made American Kennel Club, what the hell is bad with them? You gotta tell me that part before you take and fuck it up your way. And then say, if you don't like breeding, then don't touch it. I won't touch it. I won't. But if you don't want me to talk about it, then don't breed it, because I got the right to talk about that shit after you produce it to the public. The shit is public, man. It's a fucking public dog. American Bully is public. Everybody got an American Bully. Not a Merle American Bully, but everybody got an American Bully, but not a Merle American Bully. They don't. It's not an offense to ask you. Hold on. See, because these are dogs. A Busiran. A Busiran. It's an American Kennel Club dog. It's called a Busiran. Have you ever heard of that? Pretty sure a lot of you Merle breeders had to hear this dog. It's also a herding dog. Yeah. You want to know something about the Busiran? The American Kennel Club, the AKC American Kennel Club Busiran, that Merle dog from the AKC is called a Busiran. You want to know something about that dog? He's 100 pounds. 100 pounds. 100 pounds. That's a big ass dog. And you just put that dog in ABKC. Yep. That dog's in the ABKC. How the fuck you put a Busiran in the ABKC? That's some fucking crazy shit. Check us out, fam. Let me know your thoughts. I will. RKBB. Hit the like button, y'all, and subscribe. No problem. No problem. Because I want them to know about a Busiran too. Hit the like button on that Busiran. Because let me tell you something. The dog could have Busiran in it. You seen them big old XL dogs? And y'all never asked the question, what could have made these dogs? Well, I'm not into those dogs, so they say, oh man, breed what you're into, breed what you're into. Well, you better check out that AKC Busiran. That motherfucker 100 pounds. That's a big old dog, man. He's Merle. He's Merle. No, man, fuck that, man. Y'all got these dogs, man. Y'all got these dogs. Where the fuck did they come from? I like it. It's not an edge dog, so I ain't tripping. Ain't nobody got a Merle edge dog, and you can't. You can't have a Merle edge dog. The man ain't gonna let you even fuck that up. That ain't gonna happen. You cannot put a Merle AKC Pomeranian in Razor's Edge. You can't do that. Nope, because everybody gonna know. Everybody gonna know. My guy be putting out good content. I have to, man, because you know what? I like the dog. I like the dog. And I don't want to see nobody really fucking up a dog just for y'all, I guess, their own self-benefit. But now you know the story has been told. If you don't like it, don't breed it. I ain't gonna breed it, but even though I don't like it, do I gotta be quiet? I do own a Merle Double XL as well. Are you aware of the question of people who that are gonna ask you what turned to Merle? What turned to Merle? See, I want to know now because the ABKC accepts Merles. So now, since you accept a Merle, don't you feel as if that we should know where it come from? It should be on the paperwork. I like Merle. I never said that Merle was ugly. I never have ever said it's ugly. I just wanted to know where it came from. If the Razor's Edge was built from pits, where did the Merle come from? And then they put it and said it. See, that's some shit that I can't even. I, I'm just trying to be truthful, y'all. That's it. Did it come from a Pomeranian? We don't know. Did it come from a Merle poodle? I don't think poodles are Merle, man. This is just crazy when we have to figure out the dog. No, no clowning. I won't clown the dog. I just want to ask the question. Normally, to the American Bully Kennel Club people, to the bully breeders that keep changing up the dog, I just want to know why. That's all. Just why? Is not the dog good enough? You didn't see Short Shot? You didn't see Monster? You didn't get a chance to see the notorious Juan Gotti? He was really a gray line dog. They take the papers and change them and call the dog what they want. He was a gray line dog. And you know the story is told. They took the gray line dog somewhere along the path. They bred the gray line dog to that blue mastiff. And dogs were created and given names. It's terrible when you talk about the dogs because when you start telling the truth, it's not to offend. Because one thing I take offensive is that you would even fuck up the American Bully, but because that's the dog we love. And I don't know about it being Merle, but how can our dog be Merle now? I just want to ask the owner that question. It comes from Northern American Mastiff. That's exactly where it comes from. That's exactly where it comes from. No shit, RKBB. That's exactly where it comes from. We thought that blue coat came from there, but it came from a lot of other dogs. It came from a lot of, but that's where it comes from. No, none of the American Bully people would have a mastiff. You know what? There's not one dog on the American Bully paperwork, but bullies. But the bullies are frauds because they don't got the original dogs that made them on there. And this Merle shit is just too far. Now do you know they got pink dogs and velvet dogs and they got a dog out called the Velvet, just totally completely fucked up the Frenchie and named the dog the Velvet. First they named it pink, and then they called it purple. And then they gave it all kinds of names. And if you talk about it like I do, maybe you become a hater. Blue comes from the Blue Ruffian. Yeah. That's why Razor's Edge was blue. It was an American Staffordshire Terrier. The American Bully is a terrier dog. That's now a shepherd. It could even be a sheep dog. It could be all these dogs that were named to make it turn all these colors. But it won't be none of the dogs that the original person used with the Elite Edge. They would never say they used the dogs that are being used right now in the Elite Edge. The Elite Edge, they trying to erase the Elite Edge history on the American Bully by recreating and putting new dogs out there. Man, you know what? Me myself personally, I never had a problem with Demon Boy, never. But the American Bully world didn't take the Demon Boy. He wasn't something that was liked. When it come to representing Razor's Edge, nah, fuck that. You can't go against nothing. He got to look like a pit bull with tight skin. He got to be ready damn near to beat a dog up. And if he don't, then nah, he can't be considered Razor's Edge. That's why, we wanted to make him nicer. What? Nicer? He was nice enough. He was the nicest dog on the planet. Why would you take a dog that a man had to use the yellow pages to create and go finding dogs that were in puppy mills, bringing these dogs out of puppy mills who didn't even have homes to make those dogs historical dogs now today? There would not be one of them little bitty dogs with a historical record like that. Might be a champion or a grand champion winner. You don't take much to be a grand champion that way. It don't take much, but it takes a lot when you're a dog man that got over 50 dogs and you're just looking for bits and pieces to make one dog, which ended up being Cairo. And I don't know how Mr. Pitts got King Kamali to look like he did. Those were bullies. Before Cairo, it was King. Those were bullies. They didn't like those bullies. Those bullies were too aggressive and too just unique. That was the style of bully that all these posters have. Now they got bulldog faces. That's not a bully. You know, bulldog wasn't even in there. That's why I made that video and I show bullies, all the terrier dogs. Sorry, man. I feel so bad for the American bully today. I really like the American bully dog. But as it keeps flipping over and over and over, I kind of feel bad for the dog today. Remember Blue Line Kennels in Atomic Dog magazine? Yeah, I got like 8 of them. See, some of them I show. I'm going to show another one. I'm going to show another one. And it's crazy because in some of those magazines, man, I say all those magazines, they had Razor's Edge cross to Bulldogs in there. You can just see it in there. I'm going to post up some more of those dogs. They had Razor's Edge. See that this dog was Razor's Edge. And they took the dog. This was way back then. Around that Atomic Dog time. I got the magazine right over here. And they crossed it to Bulldogs just to see how the look guess would come out. And instantly you could see that the dog was a Bulldog. Because Razor's Edge don't mix right with Bulldog. That's one thing I know about Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge, it got so much terrier in it that when you take a Bulldog and breed it to it, you completely fuck it up. That's one thing about Razor's Edge. You completely fuck it up. You will completely fuck it up. Blue Line is in Atomic Dog magazine. Yeah. They're in the magazine. I'm a get to the house and I'll show that magazine. Yeah, I got it. Bakersfield, California. We got to link up. I'm just right up the street from you in Sacramento. See, NorCal got to put the whole shit out again. They think NorCal don't got no dogs. They think we dumb. We don't know nothing about no dogs. They think California dumb. SoCal too. We don't know nothing about dogs. No, we need to just go on and just tell them that we do. We just don't know nothing about little dogs. There was not. Look, man, you couldn't go to a dog fight with a little, not YouTube, I am not dog fighting, but back then, no, the dog had to be aggressive. You couldn't go in here with the little purse dog. He would get snatched up. Now, if you got all those genetics behind your dog, today you should have a nice dog. The Razor's Edge dog never changed. It will never change. It will never change. I put on, in the Razor's Edge group on Facebook, is there any dogs available in NorCal? Because at first I didn't want no dog. I already got a dog, but I don't want no dog. But now I need to I'm looking for the exact look of Razor's Edge. Cairo, to me, that was the owner's look of Razor's Edge. He got his, everybody got their own look. My look was either King or Paco. I like the look, not the body, just the head of those two dogs. I like the head of those two dogs. From the Samurai, I like those eyes. I like the way he looked. Damn, that was a nice dog. So that's the dog that I was looking for. And I'm going to buy that dog eventually. But it just kills me to see the dogs now, man. I mean, you want to change them up too much. And it hurts to see a whole breed of dog that everybody just straight up love, man, just turn to shit damn near. And nobody really even want to bully no more, because every time you get one, you go somewhere, somebody asks you, what is it? You never ask nobody what a pit bull was, but they'll ask you today, what is it? That's why you smoke a lot. People smoke a lot today, because you don't know. I took these dogs to the park, man, and I go to the park with these dogs. And just to see them not being able to swimming is one thing that's out. They're not active, but swimming is one thing that's out. They can't swim. That's gone. Terrier dogs swim like a motherfucker. But these new dogs won't swim. They too top heavy and their legs are too short. They don't swim. So most of the people who got dogs today don't have active dogs. You come from a Shetland sheephound. I don't know how it can't be active. A dachshund, a cardigan Welsh corgi. Who the fuck would put that in there? But it's a Merle. Great Dane, Man, Penn, and Catahoula. All those are Merle dogs. That's all Merle. Border Collie and Rough Collies. These are all the dogs that's in your dog, man. I'm going to just tell you the truth. It might not be on your paperwork, but it's in your dog. It's in your dog, whether you want to believe it or not. If you got this shit in there, it's going to come out. You ever heard of a throwback? You ever heard of a throwback? One day, you will breed your dogs. Whether you show it to me or not, whether you show it to the world or not, it doesn't matter. When you will breed that dog, and you yourself, one of us who are breeding the dogs and we're breeding Merles, you will get a throwback. That is a dog that looked from way back there, looked like his ancestors. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's in your dog. We have that problem. Now the number one problem that's getting ready to occur, probably not this year, but guarantee you next year, the health of the dogs is going to decline, because I can guarantee you it's going to be numerous people Merle to Merle. They say they won't, but they will. Everything that people said they won't do in the American bully world, they've done. They've done. They won't do it, but they will do it. Now you have to be a honest guy and just, hey, we're going to stop it. We're going to stand up. That's just it now. Because whatever you say, they'll go against it. Now, next year, all your dogs are going to be sick. They're going to be sick. There's going to be another wave of illnesses coming through here again. You remember the last wave when you had to soak your dogs because they were losing fur? God dang, for the last 2.5 years, your dog's been losing fur and they lost sight. My dog lost sight. Nice, healthy dogs just lost their sight. They started losing their hearing. These were all the problems that were happening that most American bully people didn't want to talk about. Well, you need to stop that shit. If you're going to put a new dog in there, now you got to talk about the illness of the dog. It's going to happen. The more you breed these dogs, the more you continuous breed those dogs, the more that illness will get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then the whole genetic line of this new breed of American bully will be just tainted and tampered. It'll be fucked up. Oh, it's a money thing now. Everybody's going to get some money. They got the money from the little dogs, then they got the money from the pocket dogs, then they got the money from the XL dogs. Now they're going to get the money from the Merle dogs. It's all a money ploy. But you're going to destroy the complete genetic line of the American bully. You already destroyed what Dave Nam did. The Elite Edge dog. I don't know why you would be, a lot of people, man, would be so disrespectful to destroy that dog that was just made single-handedly from that man from Washington, D.C. And when he completed that dog and gave it to us, it was not appreciated. You didn't appreciate a man who literally used the yellow pages to get this dog, but you appreciate someone who would put a dog on the internet that he don't really mean shit, man. He don't really mean it didn't take much to create it. And people who believe in Edge do get kind of offended. I don't get mad no more. I just get offended. It's like it does offend normal Razor's Edge people. This was a long time coming. Those 25 years people be talking about, and the bully has been around 25 years. Hey, Razor's Edge been around 25 years. That's the bully they're talking about. Not the bully you looking at today. That goddamn bully ain't been here no 25 years. You can't look back inside of no historical history and see the shit that you got now. Some people, it's crazy, man. Because you know one thing? Let me tell you what you'll never destroy. The American Pit Bull Terrier. See, the Pit Bull breeders are very adamant about not letting you destroy a dog. Not even me. They will not sit there and allow people to come and take the dog and destroy it. You're not going to paint the dog. I already told you they painted Spuzz McKenzie. He's Merle. He's Merle now. This bull terrier is Merle. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. You don't got the right to change somebody's dog. You got the right to make your dog. And I don't have the right to tear your dog down because I don't have to breed your dog. But when you tear a dog down to make your dog, because you completely tearing this dog down, Razor's Edge down to make your dog and shit on him. But, man, in a combat, the dog couldn't defeat Razor's Edge. In an agility contest, the dog can't defeat Razor's Edge. But in the show, because Razor's Edge is a broke dog, so the rich people pull up and defeat Razor's Edge. But one thing about it, you can never take away that pit bull. He gonna always be here. Every morning you can wake up, them pit bull guys, they already on there smoking and shit, talking about them dogs. Nope, we will not destroy the legacy of Razor's Edge. So I'm going to continue. As long as that dog is a part of the ABKC, I have the right to ask where he come from. It's not fair to a whole bunch of people that got Razor's Edge. I don't give a fuck about the other dogs. I'm not clowning them. I just don't talk about them. It's just not fair that you got different colors than Razor's Edge. That's not fair. It's just not fair how Razor's Edge has been pushed to make the new dog come in. Why can't he just come in? We never said the new dog couldn't come in. Why you don't want to put him up against Edge? Because they know that motherfucker he don't stand a chance, really. And I looked at the dog show. I looked at the recent dog show, and I'm not going to sit here and clown y'all dogs because I like them. But they are small as ever. Those are the smallest American bullies you could possibly go out. The pocket thing is too pocket. Who told us that? Well, who told me that American bullies were pocket? They're not pocket. A pit bull is not just going to throw you a bunch of pocket dogs. Nope, that was some shit put in there too. And when somebody says something about it, they don't like it. Fuck it. Just let them not like it. But we see that you turned every single dog colors. fuck the miniature, the Frenchie up. I feel so bad for the American Kennel Club and the French Bulldog people. Now here they come, American Bully Kennel Club. Here they come, ABKC, with the diseases. Next year, you're going to see these dogs. Don't say I didn't say anything to you. Don't say I just really didn't come out and say it like 3 years ago that I seen the Chinese Shar-Pei and the Frenchie. They cannot say that I didn't come out 3 years ago and tell you that these dogs had starburst in the eye, which was making them go blind. They can't say this shit. I saw it, and I'm going to say it again. That this new breed of bully going to be fucking sick as hell come next year. From inbreeding and Merle to Merle. And whatever the fuck else you're going to bring in as Merle. Just to push away the real dog. I wonder why people don't stand up at all for Razor's Edge. That's the reason I like to. That's the reason I like to. Yeah, that's the reason I like to. Because I'm an older guy. I'm not old. I'm just an older guy that remembered the game correctly. See, they talk about 25 years ago. 25 years ago, them dudes probably couldn't even have a dog, man. They don't know shit about no dog. I had a dog 25 years ago. I think my daughter is 24. Yeah, I think. She's 24. My son, I just told you, he 13. So some of y'all really can't really tell us what a dog looked like 25 years ago any motherfucking way. If you was in a bully game 25 years ago, you should have grandkids. I'm just saying. Let's talk ownership too in the bully game. A lot of owners that say, we've been here for 25 years. Really? Because a person with a 25-year-old mentality from this game ain't going to breed to the shit that you breeding to today. A person who been in this game, this bully game, 25 years, if you've been rocking with the American bully 25 years, you wouldn't breed to this stuff that you see today. Because you know damn well that that's a cross. Because you seen the dog 25 years ago, man. You seen that fucking dog 25 years ago, man. So you know that that's a cross. I'm from Bakersfield, California. We got to link up. You call breed Merle to Merle. The breeder I got my Merle from been breeding Merle for 15 generations. And said nothing bad comes from it. He tried it and said people lied about it. Man, I'm so glad that ain't nothing happened to them puppies. You know, one thing that come from breeding Merle to Merle that you can look at as your own way. Your own way. Is just to look at that damn crazy ass Dalmatian. He crazy as fuck. I mean, he might bite your ass. He don't really ride on no fire truck. The Dalmatian is heavily inbred, man. And you know, he's crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? So Merle to Merle has been done for a very long time. But, you know, I don't encourage that because of what has happened. You know, just becoming deaf and blind has happened. Not to say that will happen every single time, but it has happened. It's like a higher possibility of it happening, like a cleft palate. It's like a higher possibility of it happening. When you breed these bulldogs to a bully, you know, it's a higher possibility of you getting a cleft palate. If you inbreeding real tough, it's a higher possibility of us getting another toe on the dog. You'll get another toe on the dog, man. You know, I've heard people say, I bred Merle to Merle and nothing happened. I've seen people breed Merle to Merle and nothing happened. The Australian Shepherd, the Collie, you know, but there was one dog, maybe even two, that something probably happened. It's just breeders are scumbags, man. Oh man, I don't know what's that. I like breeders. Breeders don't tend to tell the truth. And if a breeder see something wrong with a dog, most breeders will get rid of that dog before they tell you. And it don't make you a bad person to put a dog down, but you should tell somebody what happened to that dog if you plan on selling them. You should, we should all do that. Scamming is real, and we shouldn't be scammers. We should all be mindful and tell people what happened to the dogs or what's going to happen in the dog's life. That's why I got this dog that I got. He to me, he looks like a frog. He looks like a French bulldog crossed to a pug. For years, I talked about how I just did not like the crossbreeding of the Frenchie. The two dogs I like in my lifetime is Razor's Edge and the Frenchie. So when you fuck them up, I had a right to talk about them. So I did. And I got a mixed breed dog. I ended up getting one. So far, he hasn't had any problems. Thank God. But I get these dogs because these dogs don't supposed to look like they are looking. I was a little kid that, 25 years ago, I've been knowing about dogs. So I was a little kid that used to sit on the couch with a bowl of cereal and watch the AKC shows when they came on every Saturday morning. So when I look at dogs today, it's like, hell no, what the fuck is that? It's not the same. It's not the same. The AKC shows used to have a lot of people at the dog show. I never knew that you could fight at a dog show. I used to just see people sitting down and clapping and screaming on the one dog that they really like. But all the dogs would run around with a Hackney gate in the AKC and they'd be happy. And I never knew that a lot of those people were puppy millers either. Yeah, but it started coming out that they were. In order to make a good dog, sometimes you got a puppy mill. I'm not encouraging it, but it's been done numerous times over and over again. So when you breed to this Merle dog and you get a person like me that just won't stop asking, what the fuck is it? Please don't take offense to it because you shouldn't have never bred that shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have never bred it in the first place. But let me tell you something. It don't offend me. They don't offend. I'm not trying to offend you. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? RKBB. I wouldn't dare offend your dog if he was Merle because my nephew got a Merle. Big old Merle. Look like he'll bite the shit out of you. But he's our dog. If anybody ever has a question that you want to ask me, because I'm not being rude to you, I'm not being rude to the bully world. I'm a pit bull guy. That's just what it is. I like pit bulls and staffs. I actually was around with dogs when schools used to have Encyclopedia Britannicas. When schools used to make you do research. I still know how to write in cursive. I was around the 25 years ago when the bully breed allegedly first started. We had a fucking dog that was a pit bull 25 years ago, though. And they were breeding brindle dogs. They wasn't even breeding fawn dogs. They was red. Yeah. Nah, you good, fam. You just giving out good info. That's all. You know what, man? We gotta be older, man. Cause these young guys trying to act like they running the game, and we gotta give them some info, man, and let them know we been here. Cause especially in the bully world, now these damn bully people saying the bully is 25 years old, like they been here to 25 years. No, they not. They haven't. If they would have, they would understand that normal people who've been breeding American bullies would never fucking turn that dog different than what it is today. It's offensive. You know, when you fuck up your dog, when you create your bloodline and somebody fuck up your dog, that's gonna be offensive, man. You're gonna be hurt like, damn, what the fuck? You see, like the people that took the Doberman picture and painted them blue? What the fuck? You got a blue Doberman pincher. I sat back and listened to the game and take it into my own way. You dig? We gotta share with each other, man. I can't be afraid to mention anything about RKBB or listen to him. We just gotta just only be truthful about our breed now. The breed is being laughed at, especially when people walk down the street and ask you, what is it? That's not good. You ever walk down the street with your dog and they ask you what was it? I did. They don't know what these dogs are no more. You got an old man that been raising pit bulls, then he look at your dog and he asks you, what is it? Because it don't look like the pit bulls he was raising. The coonhound come from a pit bull. It did. There's a lot of dogs. The dogs that were used for agility come from pit bull. And that's just what it is, man. So we gotta make sure that our dog, because we all love the dog. There is no way we can say we don't love that dog. I sit back and smoke weed with my dog all the time. I took my dog to the vet numerous times because they ate weed. I had to go get some charcoal pills at the veterinarian. But that was with the new dogs too. I never had to do that with Razor's Edge. Some of y'all won't even probably be truthful, but I'm going to be truthful. Normally, I run my dogs, they be running with me. In the hills, we tend to grow pot. And the dogs will eat it sometimes. I have pills in this vehicle right now that the vet gave for dogs. But there were dogs like my pit bull dog. He didn't die off the shit. You know what I mean? It's like the immune systems is different. My granddaddy used to give our dogs bones. He would feed them bones. Now we have to watch out for the dogs eating bones today. So, if I get on here, you want to ask me any type of question, it's fine. It's fine. But sometime I want to get on here and just ask y'all the question. Right now, I'm asking questions about this Merle shit. Where'd it come from? What dog did it come from? I breed for the purity of my dogs. Yes. I would say we should breed for the purity of the dogs, because once somebody change your dog, you ain't gonna know what the fuck it is. If you change a German Shepherd and turn it blue like they just turned the Dobie blue, we won't change it is. We won't know what it is. Now that's back then. I used to scatter breed. What's the when you scatter breed, is it wrong? What if you scatter pit bulls or scatterbred? Would it be wrong to scatter breed if you was breeding to the same shit? I mean, like, it would be wrong in some aspects if you was scatter breeding. It would be wrong in some aspects. How? How would it be? How would it be wrong if I had a pit bull and I bred to Eli, then I took Eli and I bred it back to Niggerino over here. Then I took that and I bred that back to Barracuda. And then I take that back over here to a watchdog. You know what I'm saying? And then I take that watchdog puppy that he's already scatterbred, this puppy right here. And I take it back over here to a yellow john. At the end of the day, is it not a pit bull? Is what we say when we say scatterbred, are we talking about different colors in the puppies? Yeah, I've done that too then, if that's what you're talking about. Scatterbreeding dogs. And to me, I think it's okay if you're breeding it into the terriers. If you taking terrier, I've taken a red nosed pit bull and bred it to a Staffordshire terrier that we still own. I think some of the scatterbred dogs are better, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as your own look, yeah, yeah, because you know what I'm saying. At least you know what's in your dog. You don't know what's in the original American Bully right now, but you know what's in your scatterbred dog. And I would think your scatterbred dog would be just a whole lot better than what's going on right now. The American Bully world is gonna have to start telling the truth because we asking questions. The questions gonna come out more and more. I want to ask the question, man, about this Merle dog. It's already in the ABKC. We have the right to, to ask the question. We had a fucking right to ask the question, man. What turned the dog Merle, man, if you gonna put it in the ABKC? Because I want to know. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other people want to know, don't you? What turned this dog Merle? I just want to know. I already know what made him excel. Pitbull made him excel. You make sure y'all share my guy content. They had to, man, because I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I'm just asking. Did you put a Sheetland sheepdog? Damn, that Sheetland sheepdog is Merle, man. He's Merle, AB. He's AKC Merle, Great Dane. Great Dane Merle. The very first dog that ever walked in the Bible Merle, Greyhound Merle. It's there. For the most part tonight, I hope y'all have a good night, man. I'm finna get going myself. I just had to ask a few questions. If you could tap in and answer some of them questions that I asked, please do. Because the ABKC is just said that the Merle is a part of the ABKC. We need to be, but we as people need. I just want to ask, well, how? Where did it come from? Is there a dog that you just one dog that the ABKC is willing to name and say that this dog is okay for us to breed? They said what was all right for us to breed when it came to uh Razor's Edge. Although the people took and put exotic in there, and we needed to have this wow factor look. You know, Gotti didn't bring out enough wow factor, and yeah, Razor's Edge didn't have it either. So the wow factor came in. Remember that wave? It was waves of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was in it. The whole time I'm looking at it though, it's like, damn, this dog done turned different from a pit bull. Then they start calling the dog Snipey. Now he looks like a reindeer. I advise you to keep the reindeer, because that's what the dog is. The moment they said that the dog was a reindeer, that was when the dog turned, all the whole game turned pocket. That's when everybody turned pocket. You look at the new dog shows and they are so small. Ain't no dog gonna build all these dogs that small. This is something a human has to do. You have to change that dog. And then when you change it, you won't tell the truth. The Chihuahua is heavily into the American Bully. They're gonna keep changing the dog. Just don't change your mind about liking our dog. Stay true to the bully, man. And one thing that we can do is sit back and talk about this dog. If we don't start to talk about this dog, then people would think we deviated from the dog and we don't want to really throw out the real genetics of the dogs. We do. We want to let you know what, and I even want to know more about this dog, more about the real genetics of the dog. But fuck the lies. The lies just got to stop. They just got to stop. We see through it now. There's 22 dogs, man, in the AKC, and it gotta be one. out of the 22 dogs on the in the AKC, just one dog on the ABKC paperwork. That's a Merle. In order for you to put that dog in there, just one dog. That's a Merle on the paperwork. One dog. That's a Merle on the paperwork. And I'll be satisfied. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will. Where'd you get it? You showed us one dog, we satisfied. Until then, we had a right to keep asking questions. I will keep asking questions, and I hope you do too. I really do. You have the right to ask this question. Where did that damn color come from? It's not a pit bull color. It's not a pit bull color. Love you guys, man. Be safe. See you when I get back.